The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down.
James. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
And looking to throw, Penix.
He's got Smith here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Let's go.
Here's James. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They run it with James. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
and the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ready? Unlock. Check, man. Check, man. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Seahawks at 2-7 now on the year. And they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
You look at this Niner defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep in, start to push your receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And then he got a yard to the 41.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
on third down, Penix from the gun. He'll try and do this himself. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a first down to boot.
First down, a gain of 14, and a 49-yard first down.
On the ground, it's James. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
52 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll go play action here with Penix. He's got Otten.
It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To the air, Bennett.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw.
Throw caught by Achan.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, here's a good Achan.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Chris Olave,
53 yards.
And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa, who found it.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there. Coming on their feet in open space, not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate. With that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Ready. 19, go.
Big chance. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find it.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jimbo.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 49-7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James.
And he's going to have the Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Francisco.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
The 49er first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the 49er.
Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups. matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
They'll throw with Penix. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and a couple. Here's Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Penix. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers, 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change this? Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The pass caught by Olave. And
this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Alert! Bronco switch! Bronco switch! Please, alert! Alert! Here we go! Start!
Up the middle, Achane.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Bronco 80.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
2nd and 9 now.
Olave over the middle.
And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, check that. Street. Here we go, Scott.
back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Pennett's going to hold on to it.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix.
Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
It's a turnover on down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get it. Ready, ready.
A run straight ahead with H.M.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Snap will come from the 31 on second and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Tag. Ready.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Cowboy.
And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
And the 49er first down.
Looking to throw Penix.
Open man right
inside is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. James. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Motion, Casey!
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. 108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Penix working out of the gun here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Until about the 23. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 9.
Let's go. Go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense